Hi guys, welcome back to Totally Magic channel. Glad you can join us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell if it is your first time visiting the channel. And just like to thank everyone for your support over the past 12 months. And just to remind those people that are new to the channel that we're not a professional magic channel. We are just hobbyists, amateurs that enjoy the art of magic in our own spare time. So what you'll see on this channel is no professional shuffling or sleight of hand. Everything I do is kind of borderline okay, but the idea of the channel is that we share ideas. I'll show you a trick and you guys go away and come up with better ideas based on what I've shown you. This one is a great little trick. It's called Oddly Even. So here's the performance for this trick that I call Oddly Even. Now you ask a spectator to help you and you talk to them about the fact that magicians can tell the quantity of cards by weight alone. And to prove this, you spread the cards and you ask a spectator just to separate the pack somewhere, and they can do this anywhere they like. Yeah, and I do just want to show you that they are just regular cards. Okay, but I'm going to take the cards that you pushed aside and I can feel the weight of these tells me that there's an odd amount of cards here. Now, if we count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, there really is an odd amount. Now, you might be saying, well, maybe it's because you saw the spread of cards and I quickly counted them. So I tell you what, we'll put them here, and if you can just cut the cards again and just hand me the cards so they're nicely squared up, just cut anywhere and you're happy with that cut, and I'll hold on to these, you see, because within a split second, there's an even amount of cards there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. 18 cards in there, an even amount. Now let's take this to the next level. Some people believe maybe I've got marks on the back of the cards that tell me. So we'll do this face up, and what I'd like you to do is just cut the cards a few times, but you cut the cards wherever you want. I'd like you to reach over and cut the pack and put some of the cards here. So they will cut the pack. You then ask them to cut the cards again. We've now got 3 packets of cards. Now, by weight alone, this one is even. This one is odd. And this one is odd. So 2 odds, 1 even. Let's just check these cards themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, an even amount. Now I did say that these 2 were going to be odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. An odd amount, 13. This packet, I said, would be odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. An odd amount. And that is how magicians can sense the weight of cards. So we've got two spectators, one here and one here. You turn to the first one and you say, if I look away, just grab some cards. Doesn't matter how many, just grab some cards. And with your other hand, take the card that you've cut to. Now they will look at this card. Okay, they will look and remember that card. In the meantime, you turn to their friend and say, you take a card, look at it and remember it. So that is the spectator's card over here. You ask the spectator, can you just return your card, and you return your card, and can you drop those cards back on? And they will drop the cards back on top like that. I turn to this person and say, lose the cards, cut the cards so you lose them in there somewhere. Can you now deal out two piles of cards? And they will deal out an even amount. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and so on and so forth. So they will deal out the cards. And there we got two even piles. You chose a card. I couldn't know what that card was. Out of all of these, your card could be in here, I don't know. In this packet, possibly your card. I don't know what your card was. Yeah, I don't, but it could be in there. And what we'll do is we'll give the cards a quick shuffle. So you turn to the first spectator and you say to him, this card that I've shuffled to the top, I believe may be your card, oddly enough. If I show you this, give you a sneak peek, just say yes or no. Is that your card? It's not. That is not your card. Out of all these, that's not your card. Okay, well, give me a second chance. If I turn to you, sir, if I give you a sneak peek at this, is this your card? It's not. I seem to have got them both wrong. Out of all of these cards that have been mixed, shuffled, you're saying that this isn't yours, this isn't yours. What was your card? The 2 of diamonds. What was your card? The 6 of clubs. And that could, oddly enough, be magic. Hope you enjoyed that. This particular trick isn't a favourite of mine, but I do like the way it works, the sneaky way of knowing odds and evens. But I wanted to share it with you anyway, because I'm sure you guys will take hold of it and turn it into your own magic routine and maybe use some of the same concepts that are used. Now, I did kind of 2 tricks in one. It might be a little bit too long, that routine. Maybe just do the first part or the second part. But the first part was where you can weigh the cards in your hand and say odd and even. First of all, with this pack, there's absolutely nothing faked about this at all. However, there is a setup. These cards, for those of you who are very sharp, will notice there is an order. Red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black, and it alternates by colour throughout. So think about this, guys. This trick could be a great way of finishing off a trick where you've used the Svengali stack, because as you know, the Svengali is alternating red and black. So this could be something to tag on the end of a Svengali routine. However, this here, the different colours, red and black, there is another way of doing this trick, which I'll come to in a moment. But, so that's the only setup you need, is the colours alternating. And to be honest, if you show the layperson a pack like this, they don't spot the alternating colours, so don't worry about that. The cards are there. You can cut the cards as often as you like, because you're not going to disturb the order. This is how it works. When they cut the cards, you got to get a glimpse of the bottom colour and the bottom of the packet that they've cut. Now, I've just cut some cards off of there. I can see that it's a red at the bottom. If I have a look there, because this is a matching colour, I know there's an even quantity of cards here. It's as simple as that. How easy could that be? No calculations or anything. That's even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's that simple. You'll notice that I count the cards this way. Don't count them down, otherwise you'll reverse the order. You can pop those back on top, cut the cards, and get someone else to cut the cards. Now on my first one, I spread the cards just to break up the monotony of cutting the cards. But they cut the cards. Again, glimpse the bottom, that's a black card. So if somebody cuts any number of cards, if I glimpse this, can you see this is a red? So that's black, that's red. If it's an odd match, so red there, black there, or black there, red there, then you know it's an odd amount. I know there's an odd number of cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So build a routine around that. Now on the last one, we turn them face up. And let's just cut the cards. Now you get the spectator to cut the cards. Okay, whichever way round they're cutting them, putting them there or whatever. They cut the cards. They then cut the cards again. So they got 3 piles. Now determined by the colours. To determine this one, and I'm going to call this, from my point of view, number 1. I know if you're standing the other side, it's probably the 3rd packet, but from my point of view, that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. To determine whether the first packet here is odd or even, look at these two. Now because these match, the 1 and the 3 piles match, that tells me that's an even pile because the colours match. To determine the odd or even of this one, you look at packet 1 and 2. That's black, that's red. So that tells me that's odd. There's an odd number of cards there. So even, odd, and then to determine this one, you compare these two. And because this is red and this is black, then that's going to be an odd amount as well. So these are odd, they're odd, and that's even. Simple as that. Okay. Let me do that again. If somebody cut, and it doesn't matter what you do, let's say they cut there and then they cut there and there. Number 1, 2 and 3. This one and this one determine whether this is odd or even. Because it's red and black, this is odd. To determine pile 2, you look at 1 and 2. So because they're both red, this tells me this is even. So that's an odd, even, and these two here determine the 3rd pile, red and black, and that tells me because they're odd, this is odd there. Hope I've explained that well enough, but do it once or twice, you get used to that. Okay, it's as simple as that. And there it is. Odd and even. Play around with that. Just collect these up, you've still got the red and the black. Now, although I'm not a great lover of the second part of the performance that I went on to do, you might be able to improve on this or even do it as a standalone. Don't do the odd and even bit at the start. So on the second part of the routine, this is what would happen. You would then offer the cards to somebody, they would grab a few cards and you ask them to take this card and they will take that card. You turn immediately to the second spectator and ask him to take one. There it is there. You then turn back and get this card put back on first. What you're doing here is reversing the order of these, then come back here. So just think about what you've done there. You've just reversed the colours. They drop the cards back on top, and the cards can be cut several times. But when you deal these out, alternating, let me show you what actually happens. So, for example, and I deal them face up so you can see what's happening. As the cards are dealt, you'll notice that it separates all the reds and the blacks, okay, into different piles. And when I spread the cards in a moment, you'll get to see exactly where the chosen cards are, because it's pretty obvious. They'll be in amongst some odd coloured cards. If I spread these, we've got all blacks. This one is their chosen card, and if you spread these, you'll see in amongst all the red is one black there. And it's that simple. Look at that. It shows you. Of course, you can take this to any level now, because of course once you know what their card is, on the routine I did, I basically worked both of these cards to the top of the pack. Just shuffle them to the top of the pack, or just put them together and pull them out. Okay, you can just pull them out like this, have them on top. Okay, now what I did is I just done a double lift. For this person, I turn away from this spectator, because I don't want them to see the card. And so we know that this person chose the red 7. That's on top. I do a double lift and say, is that your card? Now he will say no, because it's not. But this guy can't see it. Keep it there. Turn it over and deal it down. Of course, you've just switched it over. You then do the same again. You do a double lift to this person. And when you do the double lift, here say no, that's not his card. You turn it over and put it down. You've actually given him that. That part's pretty straightforward. I then do a riffle shuffle, because at the moment the cards are all red and black. So by doing a riffle shuffle, I'm going to mess the order of the cards up. And you can also shuffle them, do some sort of magical gesture, bomb, spread the cards, and it turns out that they were their cards after all. That's that kind of routine. See how you get on with that. Have a little play around with it. I did say there's an alternative way of doing this. If you don't like the fact of having the cards red or black, this you could also do from the backs. Not with the bicycles, but if you've got a pack of cards, do you know some playing cards come with a one-way design? So that if you turn the card the other way, you can tell that it's the opposite way round. If you think about this, what you could do is have every other card alternating, facing the opposite way. So you can only do this using the backs if the back design is a one-way design. You wouldn't have to look at the bottom cards to see if it's a red or a black. You could actually get them to cut those, and just by looking at the direction of the pattern on the back of the cards could determine odd or even. Try that. That might be a better way. Till next time, practice and enjoy.